What's up, YouTubers? So for those of you that are looking for a way to get out of debt, okay, obviously we're not a debt relief company here, but a lot of our clients and a lot of inquiries we get here are looking for this type of help. So I'm going to give you an example of one program that I'm a big fan of, and I'm going to break down really what it is, give you the kind of the bare bones or kind of the structure of what it is, and then I'll make some suggestions in terms of if maybe that's the right program for you. So what we're going to talk about today is something called CCC. Another acronym, shocker. Consumer Credit Counseling, guys. Consumer Credit Counseling, I think, is one of the better programs out there to help you get out of debt. Why? Number one, it is credit score neutral. Doesn't hurt your credit score, okay? You're not required to fall behind on the debts, okay? It's not a settlement program. It's not a debt relief program. It's a way to get out of debt. It's a money management system. It's a budgeting system. So let me break down for you really kind of how it works, because it's pretty simple stuff, actually, okay? Let's make a little room here. So you owe a bunch of debt, okay? You owe an Amex for $20,000. You owe a Capital One for $10,000. You owe, I don't know, Visa, Walmart for $5,000. Okay. So you have $35,000 in credit card debt right now. Okay. You're in this debt. You can't get out of it. You're not sure what to do. Okay. Also, you got minimum payments of $1,500, baby. Interest only. Guess what? Every time you send that $1,500, none of it's going towards principal. So you're stuck. You're just literally burning $1,500 every month. Why? Because you were 5 minutes late on making these payments one month, and guess what? Your interest rate's 30% on this, 28% on that, 18% on this. And keep in mind, these are fictitious and examples. Okay, don't quote me exactly. But your interest rates are super, absolutely insane, sky high. So you're sending $1,500 right now, and you're just kind of sending it out into the wind. Okay. So how do we remedy this? Okay. Well, consumer credit counseling might be the way. So consumer credit counseling agencies are typically nonprofit organizations. Okay. They should be fully licensed in the state that you live in to do business there. You usually are able to actually meet with someone face-to-face locally to sit down and do one of these programs as well. So keep that in mind when you're doing a consumer credit counseling program, okay? And usually what the CCC is going to do is they're going to meet with you and they're going to come up with a budget, okay? First thing they're going to do is they're going to say, how much do you make? Income? What are your expenses? Okay? Typically, the income is the issue. Most people that have gotten themselves into debt and qualified for CCC are people that have either had their hours cut at work, they've lost a job, or a spouse has lost a job. Okay? So they fill out one of these budgets, they're going to notice that, and they're going to see that quite quickly your expenses have gone up since then as well, because guess what? The interest rates have gone up on all your credit cards too. So you just can't afford this. Okay? What they're going to do, and typically what they already have arranged, is interest rate deductions. Okay, so you see these 30% interest rates? These are going to get reduced. Okay, usually the CCC has arrangements with Amex, with Capital One, with Walmart card, whoever they're going to be. Okay, and they have arrangements with them that if someone does fall behind, they come through one of these programs, that they're going to offer you a lower interest rate as long as the CCC is managing the disbursement of the payment. So let's say right away they approve you for a CCC program, and you get all your interest rates down to a fixed 5%, okay? But let's say you can still continue making this $1,500 payment. Well, instead of this having the interest only, all of a sudden, you got $1,200 out of the $1,500 quickly going towards principal. So what does that do? It really just drives down these amounts. The principal balance here, they start to drop pretty significantly, pretty quickly, and you start getting yourself out of debt, okay? Other times, the payment is just so outrageous that you can't afford this at all. So they'll actually reduce the payment. They'll get you back on your feet. That way you have a little free money to put towards paying these things down, and really just quite simply to live and survive at this point until you get that next job. What's nice about this is it is credit score neutral, okay? But keep in mind, there will be a comment on your credit, okay? There's a comment section on the credit report, okay? and it will say something along the lines of managed by a CCC, Consumer Credit Counseling Agency. Okay, that comment's there. It's a credit score neutral comment. Okay, but it's placed there. So if you try to get some credit card debt while you're in one of these programs, they're not going to approve you. They're going to see the comment, and they're not going to give you a new loan, which it really isn't something you should be worrying about. You know, if you're in debt and you're trying to get more debt, don't complain about that. It's not a big deal. Okay. Also, what's nice is the disbursements. So instead of you making payments to each of these creditors every month, they're going to do it for you. So this is you. Happy, joy. Okay. And you're going to be sending money to the Consumer Credit Counseling Agency each month, and they will then do the disbursements. Okay. The CCA will do the disbursements for you every single month. So you'll only have to pay one company each month. The companies will not be calling you. They're not going to bug you. They're not going to harass you. It really makes life a lot easier. You have kind of an extra layer of protection from your creditors, okay? So consumer credit counseling, guys, check out some consumer credit counseling agencies. You can check out the Better Business Bureau, bbb.org. You can find a list of them local to you. I would advocate you try to get into the Consumer Credit Counseling Agency's office if they have one local. If they don't have one near you, not the end of the world, but I think there's a huge benefit, sitting down with the agent, going through the budget together, and really taking a hard look at what your finances are. Guys, this is Nick Tsoukalis with Key Credit Repair, and have a great day.